Hi, I'm Nico, if we haven't practiced together yet. Welcome to this super gentle flow. We'll start in a seat, finding some breath work. So if you want to sit on a block or a cushion, maybe you take a moment with your eyes open to kind of look around, just notice your surroundings. Know where you are, know what's around you. So that maybe then you feel safe and comfortable to close off your eyes. Taking a moment to tune into your breath. Noticing the sensations, following them from the bottom of the inhale to the top, and then all the way back through the exhale. Noticing and noting where you feel the breath the most today. Slowly start to deepen your inhale, so with each breath, let it get a little bit bigger, a little bit longer. And we'll find Durga Pranayama, 3-part breath. Start by inhaling, fill up, and we'll hold there just for a moment. And then as you exhale, we'll exhale in 3 parts. Let the air go out of the chest, out of the ribs, and then last out of the belly, really pulling that belly in, using the core to press all the air out. And then we'll inhale into the belly, into the ribs, into the heart space, filling up all the way. And then we'll exhale, heart space, rib cage, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, and heart space. Lifting all the way up through the collarbones, but relaxing your shoulders. Exhale, heart space, rib cage, belly. Emptying out all the way, noticing what it feels like to be empty. Inhale, belly, rib cage, heart space. Exhale, heart space, ribs, belly. A few more. Inhale, belly, rib cage, heart space. Exhale, heart, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, heart. Exhale, heart, ribs, belly. Last inhale, inhale, belly, ribs, heart space, hold at the top. See if you can sip in a little bit more air, but relax the body physically. And then big open mouth exhale, release it all, let it go. Take your time, maybe you even keep your eyes closed, and when you're ready, slowly start to roll onto your back. Setting up for bridge pose. We'll plant your feet underneath your knees. But we're not going to go into bridge yet. We're going to find it nice and slowly. So press down into the feet. Just start with the tailbone. So lift just that very bottom of the back. It's tucking your tailbone up towards the sky. And then slowly start to lift your lower back up off of the ground. Moving into the middle of the back. And then lifting the hips as much as they can as you come up into that upper back area, pressing your chest towards the chin. And then we're going to go nice and slow all the way down. So letting that upper back slowly ripple to the earth. The middle of the back. The lower back. And then finally releasing the tuck of that tailbone. We'll do that one more time. So tuck the tailbone. Slowly start to lift your hips. Slowly start to lift your middle back. And to the upper back, reaching the highest bridge position. Coming down nice and slow, start to lower your upper back. Middle back. Lower back. Finally releasing that tailbone down. Keep your left foot where it is. Let's bring your right knee into the chest and give it a squeeze. Option to stay here or find that one-legged happy baby position, reaching for the outside of the right foot with the right hand, keeping that left foot where it is. Pulling your right knee towards the right armpit, and then maybe finding some gentle movement here, rocking in and out of the right hip. Slowly we'll find a supine tree pose. So start to kick that left foot forward, letting your right foot come inside of the left leg, bringing your arms out to a cactus or a T position, just opening up through your right hip, maybe bringing a block underneath your right knee if that feels like a lot. Maybe using your right hand, we're slowly going to guide the right knee across the left leg to find supine twist, or let your right knee drop over to the left as you open up through the arms. You might bring your left hand on top of your right knee to guide it a little closer down to the earth. Bring your right knee up through center. Plant the foot, and then we'll switch outside. So bring your left knee into the chest. Right foot is kind of in that bridge position as you pull left knee in with the hands. Option to stay here, find half happy baby, reaching for the outside of the left foot. Left knee comes outside the left shoulder, trying to keep your lower back and hips on the earth. Maybe staying in stillness, maybe finding some rocking motion in that left hip. My dog's practicing yoga with us this morning, if you can see her. We'll find our supine tree pose. Extend your right foot in front of you. Left foot comes to the inside of that right thigh as you open up through the arms. Letting gravity work on that left hip, but continuing to press your right hip down into the earth. Maybe using the guidance of your left hand to find supine twist, cross your left knee across the body, opening up through the arms. Maybe bringing your right hand on top of the left knee to get a little deeper into the twist. Bring your left knee up through center. We'll pull both knees into the chest, giving yourself a big squeeze. And then engaging the core just a little bit to start. Keep your right knee where it is. Extend that left leg long in front of you and pull yourself up towards that right knee. And then we're going to switch it out. Left knee pulls in, right foot kicks long. And switch. And switch. Last two, switch. And one. Bring your right knee in, let your heart space drop down, release the neck. And then when you're ready, we'll start to rock and roll the length of the spine. Take a few rocks and rolls. So really rounding through the spine, letting yourself get a little back massage as you move back and forth. Eventually crossing your ankles and finding a tabletop position. Alu didn't get the memo that it was a gentle flow this morning. When you're in your tabletop, bring your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we're going to let the tailbone guide this. So nice and slow, just lift the tailbone and then let the rest of the spine ripple. So chest goes down, heart space lifts. Find that cow position. Hold here for a few breaths. And then again, leading with the tailbone. Tuck your tailbone first. Let the rest of the spine ripple you into your cat position, tucking your chin towards your chest. Now continuing to let the tailbone guide this movement, we'll find it breath to movement flow. As you inhale, tailbone leads as you find your cow. Exhale, tailbone leads as you find cat. One more, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, find a neutral spine. Press down into your left hand. Inhale, reach your right hand high up towards the sky. Find a couple big arm circles with that right arm. Going one direction, really opening up. And then go the other way. Eventually planting your right hand underneath your right shoulder. And then we'll switch it out, reach your left hand high up towards the sky. Taking a couple big shoulder circles with that left arm, going one direction. Really finding the edges of that movement there. And then start to switch it out, go the other direction with that shoulder. Eventually planting your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Bring your hands about a handprint in front of you there. Now tuck your toes underneath your feet and then lift your knees. Find your high plank just for a moment. Downward facing dog, lift your hips up towards the sky. Notice if you have that urge to walk the feet in. It's okay if you do, but every movement is intentional. We're aware of everything. So instead of letting our body be on autopilot, we're doing it because we want that little bit of extra space. Pressing into your hands, lift your tailbone higher up towards the sky, soften your knees. We're going to move through this in cow pose. So exhale, drop your knees down to the ground. Inhale, cow pose, drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, roll through the hips. Inhale, cow pose, lower your knees down. Drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one, inhale, cow pose, drop the belly. Drop the ribs, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here for a moment, walking out the dog, pedaling out through the heels if that feels good. Come to center, find stillness. Inhale, look forward and between your hands, and then take little baby footsteps. Walk your feet up to your hands, finding your ragdoll pose at the front of the mat. Finding a deep bend in the knees, let your heart space rest on top of your thighs. Shake out your head, release all the tension in your spine. Bend the knees even deeper, and then one vertebra at a time. We'll roll all the way up to standing. We'll inhale, reach the hands high up towards the sky. Find your upward salute. And then exhale, hands to heart as you find chair pose. Ground down into your feet, sink your hips low and back. Finding a deep bend in the knees. Tuck your tailbone, lift the heart space. Let's do that a few times, breath to movement. So inhale, upward salute, straighten the legs, lift up through the hands, maybe even finding a gentle back bend. Exhale, chair pose, hands to heart. One more, inhale, reach, lengthen, upward salute. Exhale, chair pose with hands to heart. Inhale, upward salute, root to rise. We'll switch it up this time. Exhale, forward fold, dive over the hips, let it go. Ground down into your right foot, keep it at the front of the mat as you reach your left foot to the back of the mat. Grounding down into the feet, we're going to set up for our high lunge crescent. So feet are hip width distance apart. And then nice and slow, we'll reach the hands back up towards the sky, bringing your shoulders on top of the hips, reach through your fingertips. Gentle flow here as well. We'll exhale. Swoop the hands down by the hips, pull the chest forward, lengthen through that left leg. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, pull the chest forward, hands come by the hips. Last one, inhale, reach the hands open. Exhale, swoop. This time we'll drop the left knee all the way down to the ground. Anjaneyasana, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, half splits. Hands can come down to the earth or block or hips as you pull your hips back. Flex your right toes. Really lengthen through the spine as you find a gentle stretch in your right hamstring. Plant your right foot, find your runner's lunge, lift your left knee. Press down into your hands, find your high plank, bring your right foot back to meet the left. Drop your knees all the way down to the earth and then slowly lower the heart space down. Flip to the tops of your feet, press the feet down into the earth, squeeze your glutes, inhale, cobra pose, lift up through your heart space, roll your shoulders down. Exhale, release, let it go. Maybe you scoot your hands back just a little bit. Inhale, cobra, lift the heart. Exhale, let it go. Last one, maybe those hands reach a little bit further back. Inhale, cobra, maybe pressing a little weight into the hands to lift through the heart. Exhale, release. Child's pose, press your hips to your heels as you reach your hands forward. Next, inhale, tabletop, bring your shoulders on top of your wrists. Ground down into your left hand, inhale, reach your right hand high up towards the sky. This time we'll take big wrist circles with your right hand, going one direction and the other. Reach through your right fingertips. Find your thread the needle, swoop your right hand underneath the heart space, dropping your right shoulder and right ear down to the ground. Maybe pressing that left hand down into the earth to lift the left shoulder high. Press your left hand down into the earth. Inhale. Reach your right hand high up towards the sky. Exhale, drop the right hand down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, reach your left hand high. Take a couple big wrist circles with the left hand. And then go the other direction. Thread the needle, swoop the left hand underneath the heart space, dropping left shoulder, left ear down to the ground. Press down into your right hand to get deeper into that twist. Press into your right hand. Inhale, reach your left hand high. Exhale, ground your left hand down. Bring your hands about a handprint in front of where they are now. Tuck your toes, high plank to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward in between the hands. Exhale, couple big steps or little baby footsteps. Walk your feet up to your hands. Find your forward fold. So this time, big toes touch. Maybe the legs are a little bit more straight than the ragdoll pose, stretching through the backs of the hamstrings. Inhale, find your halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Bring your hands to your shins or your thighs. Reach your tailbone back, reach the crown of your head forward. Bring your weight into the balls of your feet. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Find your long straight spine and then reach all the way up to upward salute. Fingertips lift up towards the sky, and then let's find a little bit of balance. Lift your heels up off of the ground. Keep engaging the core, relax your shoulders. Forward fold, drop the heels, let the heart space go. Ground down into your left foot. We're bringing the right foot to the back of the mat. Setting up for high crescent, bring your feet to hip width distance. Find it in the feet first, the base, and then reach the hands high. Finding a little bit of breath to movement here. This is our inhale. Exhale. We swoop the hands down, pull the chest forward so that we can lengthen through that right leg. Couple more times. Inhale, high crescent, bend into your right knee, pull the shoulders high. Exhale, swoop the hands down by the hips. One more. Inhale, high crescent, lift and reach. Exhale, swoop the hands through. This time we drop the right knee all the way down to the ground. Anjaneyasana, reach the hands high up towards the sky, just for a moment. To find our half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana, pull your hips back. Flex your left toes. I like to walk that left foot forward a little bit. Hands can be on hips or blocks. If the ground feels far away here, really pull your left hip back. Lengthen through your spine as you lower down into it. Slowly start to lift the heart space. Plant the left foot, lift your right knee, runner's lunge. Press into your hands, bring your left foot back to meet the right for your high plank. Drop your knees down to the ground and then lower the heart space all the way down. Bring your hands out wide this time, elbows reach up. Press into the tops of the feet, toenails. Press into the mat and then inhale, lift the heart space to your cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. We'll exhale, drop the right shoulder, look over the left. We're here for a couple moments. Inhale, bring it up through center. And then we switch it out, drop your left shoulder as you look over the right. Inhale, come up through center. As you exhale, lower the heart space down. Press your hands outside the heart space and then hips to heels for child's pose. Start to walk your hands back towards your knees, setting up for camel. We'll come to stand on the shins. Hands come to the lower back. Squeeze your glutes, lengthen through your spine. Lift your heart space high as you roll the shoulders down, opening up through that heart space. Breathing here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly start to lift the heart space, squeeze the glutes. Gently lower your hips down to your heels, bring your hands to your thighs, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Gently open your eyes. Sit onto one hip or the other and swing your legs forward so that your feet are straight out in front of you. Cross your right ankle on top of your left knee. Twist to the right, so stack your left elbow on top of the right knee. For half Florida fishes, lengthen through your spine as you find the twist. Bring it through center. Switching out directions, kick your right foot. Bring your left ankle to cross on top of the right knee and then twist to the left, right elbow crosses on top of the left knee. Bring it back through center. Kick both feet forward, lengthen through the heart space. You might hang out right here or Paschimottanasana, start to forward fold, walking your hands towards the feet. Slowly start to lift yourself up and out of the stretch. Scoot yourself forward to lower yourself all the way down onto your mat. Bringing your knees into your chest for one last squeeze. Maybe full happy baby, reaching for both feet with the hands. If you can keep your lower back on the ground, so keep it glued down onto the earth, maybe you rock side to side in your happy baby. And then we'll set up for Savasana pose, extending the feet long and wide, hands long and wide. Taking one big breath to finish practice. Take a big inhale through your nose to fill. Lift, open, expand. Open mouth, exhale, let it go, and allow yourself to sink into Savasana pose. If you have the gift of time today, I always encourage you to hang out here a little bit longer. When it's your time to come out, I encourage you to do so super gently and slowly, taking your time to move into the rest of your day. Thank you so much for practicing with me.